We are now in an era where, wool has been devaluated. In the Netherlands, we have just one weaving company left from the whole industry. In Belgium, there is one of the only professional washing industries left from whole Europe. I know many shepherds in Spain and company-related, like spinning companies who are closing the doors because it's too expensive. A lot of people feel fragmented because everything is so complex. I mean, you have no idea when you buy something, how is it made? But when you come here, you can feel the full circle in the process. That's the exercise, I think. This is what we do here. That's the exercise. I speak with many people, and a few weeks ago I had this incredible man here, like this typical corporate man. And then after an hour or so, he started talking about food, about Italy, where he had a house, and that he appreciated so much, the best tortellini maker, and he knew the best did and the best carpenter. And then I talked about, all these, ingredients in what tapestry represents. And there was an immediate connection, because if you live there in the countryside and you know the best winemaker and the, people who work with all of their passion so specifically, he completely understood where we've been working on, because it was the same as processing food. It was the same, these are the same circles of life. No, she's in bed for years. This place was just, my grandparents come from this area, so I knew a bit of the culture of the people. So we moved here 25 years ago and I started with an atelier, very small, next to my house, and then we just, in time, we bought buildings to just make places for people to stay, residency places, ateliers, the farm, never with a strategic plan, but one thing came always after the other. For me, it was, I never could explain why I was so driven to wool. I think I recognized myself, not knowing, unconsciously towards a material, I think so much belonging to where I come from. Materials were always connected to areas, silk came from the east, you had the Linus from, for example, Egypt, and then you had the cotton coming from other areas, and we had wool. The northern part of the Netherlands had wool. But we don't feel that in a sense in the Netherlands anymore, that we have an incredible heritage, and to preserve it. I thought I'd give this incredible material, that was my ambition, sort of a podium, like a theater, a stage. A year ago, we've been asked by the International Theatre Amsterdam to see the space where they had incredible murals from the 19th century. And the colors are from minerals. So beautifully drawn images of ballet dancers, etc. So the space, the monumental space, the characteristic of that space are these two murals, these incredible, I've never seen something like that. So we made a concept for 3 ceiling pieces, like a botanical fresco, inspired by the existing wall paintings. And was so interesting because the colors had so much connotation, because this is plant-based and minerals, but you felt this is one world. And it was beautiful. The use of color, we did a lot of the blue, the woad, because it's very much into this area. We used it a lot. And the red, the madderroot, which was used in Amsterdam a lot by Rembrandt. So there's one area, 10 minutes from the central station, that's where all the craftsmen who make the colors were there since the Middle Ages. And Rembrandt used to go there at the end of the working day, and you had the vessels, and the pots had still a bit of this, paste, and then he would scratch it, and then he would reuse it with his own recipes for oil painting. So if you think of Amsterdam, you think of the color palettes from Rembrandt. Art has many functions, I think. I mean, we need art, but this is a way of art form. I think it just embraces a space and makes people feel, welcome, or, humanizes a space, or because nature is neutral. Nature has no judgment. I think that's what you feel. It's just there. It just is here just to sort of serve you, just to make you feel comfortable. And I think that's very important, that people feel that you don't need to think of something, or that you don't have an opinion about it, just enjoy it. Time passes in a different way. There is no temptation here, there are no shops here, there's nothing here, just the spinning wheel or whatever. I mean, after 5 o'clock, it's dark, you go in your inner world. Creativity is effort, is digesting, is frustration, is waiting, is holding back, and then the next step. And I think in our daily life, there is no time for that. I think we hear a lot of people, when people come here, that they think when they make something, that it has to be immediately, resolved. I mean, that's because when you see on Instagram, you see people start something and then you have this perfect success. We are so in this, impactfulness, horizontal movement, that we forget there is also something else. And I think that's what I believe is very important. You can call it mindfulness, you can call it Zen, you can call it meditation. I once met a man who was a weaver on the island of Minorca. He grew grass. He's a man, he's still alive, he's like, 90. Every day he goes to his small atelier, it's like a shed, and every day he makes this movement. He said to me, in consciousness, by doing this is an embracement for the world, embracement for the world, embracement for the world. I think, wow, there is this one man on that island in this shed alone with the grass, and that's small but so big. When I read once that Gandhi said, when you can spin your own yarn, you have autonomy. And still in the Indian flag, there is this circle, it's the wheel, the spinning wheel. The spinning wheel is a metaphor for autonomy, because in time of colonization, they were depending on external infrastructure, but when you take ownership, you can make a yarn, you can make your own garment, you can make your own tent, you can make your own mat. That is a symbol. I mean, it's political. It's super political. So if you can make that yourself from a very basic material, just available, you have autonomy. Guernica della Ecologia That was in monochrome, sort of black and white, as Picasso's, not about the genocide, but about the ecocide. And this was the follow-up, because I also wanted to show the perspective. So this is the perspective, vitalizing soil and communities, then you have this. So this is a festivity. But it's also good to show, hope, positivity. I mean, it can be in this work. This is a whole community. It's communal work. I mean, I work with many shepherds in Spain, farmers. So this is impactful. How it shows when you work together, just a few seasons with people, and I think that's hopeful. We did a tapestry recently in the new Dutch embassy in Brussels. In the same space, and for me it was also like this holy moment. They positioned another tapestry, 17th century. The colors were like completely matching, incredible. Yeah, these tapestries were called verdure. There were always images, it was woven from wool and silk. It was always images of landscape and nature, but then in an exuberant way. There was this huge, celebration of nature. So I made a work tapestry, also this a new verdure, but then with contemporary elements. Like it has a message underneath about destruction of the planet. I mean, we have to, and by showing beauty, I think that's the best voice. It's a demonstration, but that in a very, unusual way, by showing color, beauty, texture, locality, community, vitality, etc. And then people are so curious, and they say, wow, they start to ask questions, and then, the whole circle backwards in appreciation and hopefully impactful for the future. That's what we try to do. There is an urgency of reconnection, I think. I mean, I'm not against, a computer, but my sons went to the Steiner schools and they know how to weave, they know how to spin. I mean, it's fantastic. They know how to cook, they know how to garden. I mean, that's life. Is there more? I think bring it back to essentials and finding ways and tools, how we can skill ourselves again in these essentials. I think that's the message. I mean, you cannot step into the future if you just forget about the past. But I think the challenge is how can you transform the past, the ingredients, into a context of the future. I would never have thought when I started working with wool that this narrative would be, if my work is a connection to make people feel responsible, because I think responsibility, because if you feel responsible for change, then you just act.